making girl formula videos.
Yes.
So what are the challenges you face? Endukante how do you come up with ideas every week?
Oh, we happen to be extremely normal, unextraordinary people. So we just happen to relate to a lot of people and matter. So it's usually okay. I got a thought today. I'm I wore ripped jeans and like this patch is not waxed. What did I do? I just shaved that part. So this is something. this might be something I'll come back and say, hey, I did this. Do you also do this? And she says, yeah. Do you also do this, or am I just the only weird person? Like, no, you're not weird. We all do this. And that's why we realize, okay, so అందరు ఇదే చేస్తారన్నమాట.
Even it helps that we are different because I'm the elder sister in my family. I have a younger sister. She's got an elder sister, so she's the younger one. She's an only child. So like we have perspectives.
Definitely, I share my sister's clothes. అది వదిలేసినవన్నీ నేను తీసుకోవాలంటే లైక్ కొత్త బట్టలు కొనడం ఎందుకు మరి వేసుకోవాలి.
True. I can relate to you. I am the younger one. And మా అక్క మంచిగా అన్ని కొనుక్కొని వస్తుంది. I'm like మళ్ళీ వచ్చి చూస్తే ఇది ఎక్కడో చూసినట్టు.
సో వాట్ హెల్ప్స్ ఫర్ మీ ఇస్ మా అక్క ఎప్పుడో కొన్ని ఏళ్ల ముందు అబ్బా అయిపోయింది సరిపోవట్లేదు వాడట్లేదు అని పక్కన పెట్టేసి ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఫ్యాషన్ లోకి వచ్చేస్తున్నాను అనమాట. సో ఐఎమ్ లైక్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రీసైకిల్ ద క్రాప్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ నౌ
my sister has a new problem now. She's like, if you're gonna wear my clothes in a video, I will kill you, because like her friends are gonna see it and then they're gonna be like, oh, your sister wore this, and she'll just be like, it's mine.
Yeah, that's always. So ilanti things are very relatable. And when you start to observe things, you realize that, oh damn, these are things that everybody experiences. So I'm not special.
It was not difficult for you guys to jot down few ideas, something like that.
No.
Points vachestayi. We are never short of points. But how do you find multiple points which have a common thread? And how do you make that look cinematic enough to carry like a story through a video? That's the challenge.
And how you make it funny, and how you do you put dialogue? Do you have to like do it with your exaggeration or what?
Also, we are not sound technically. Andukani when somebody asks us ఇది చేయొచ్చు కదా అని మేము చెప్పినప్పుడు they tell us ఇది practical గా it's not possible, ఇది మనం ఇట్లా పెట్టి తీయలేం, and we are like, why,
in that head I can see it.
Why can't we just do it this and then we're like, oh, okay.
So but I think over the time, it's been 2 years, it's going to be 2 years in April. So ee time lo we have understood a few little, at least chinna basics about camera work and about editing, that we know that this certain things are not practically possible, or we know that okay, this can be like maneuvered this way, and ila
workarounds ante
jugaad cheyochu anpichina
workaround is so posh, like okay.
So alanti evana cheyochu ani we also try to think in that way to make it easy for everybody. So teamwork makes the dream work.
Hey.
Not seen that line actually. Sorry.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Inkoti ante ippudu varaku chesin dallo which video is like a very memorable for you?
1990s women in 1990s.
I think that's easily the most loved, and like
why is it so special?
One, we got to shoot in Rangastalam set.
Whoa.
It was so cool.
I think it was like being in a dream only, actually.
It's like time travel.
You're imagining the dream.
See,
again I can see it like this.
It's there. And it was in Jubilees only, like right beside our office, right? In 1 second we are in this nice digital crazy space. Suddenly we are in a place where we are seeing it like Naranja Mithai, Nandi Pipulu and all that, and then there are huts and all of that. We are in the costume, right? We are like, wow, time travel has happened
here.
Time travel has happened. We are all 1970s 80s people now. Don't talk to me in English.
I'm not kidding. Akkadiki vellinappudu we weren't speaking in English, like ippudu colloquial ga etlaithe vastundo, we were talking in like proper Telugu, and ఏ ప్రాబ్లం లేకుండా చక్కగా ఎందుకురా ఏరా అనుకుంటే ఇట్లా మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నా. It's all
feel వచ్చేస్తుంది కదా,
very comfortable.
So that, and technically also we had like a lot of this. So in terms of concept, it fit perfectly into Girl Formula. It fit perfectly into the movie promotion. Like we went back to the time zone, right? It fit well, and it translated well into the cause that we wanted to talk about, that we still go through. We still go through the same issues that our moms and grandmoms went through. So our point convey ayindi. We're still having fun. We were still making fun in
like simultaneously you balanced everything.
And it happened when we finished the shoot in 3 hours. 3 hours, 4 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
3
We
hours.
shot another video also.
Yeah, we finished the shoot in 3 hours, so everybody's happy. Our DOP is max happy because out of the studio for once.
Yeah. Out of the studio, and like there's so much to fill the frame with, you know, there's so much detail that went into that
You
set.
need not stage anything.
Usually
Everything
we're
is
more
what
like, you know, you make content అంటే because of the YouTube space, I guess relatable గా ఉంటే content it will sell అన్న దీంట్లో ఉంటాం కదా మేము all the time, but just to see what a set can do for you as an actor, as a technician, and even as an audience, like we saw all sides of it with that video.
I think it brought out the best in all of us in terms of concept, writing, acting, the camera.
Who wrote that
work.
concept?
Concept was mine, but it was written by Sandeep. He wrote the scenes and the dialogues and all of that, and he directed the scenes.
Kuchani, I think we all like we actually all 4 of us sat down, the 3 of us with Sandeep sat down, and we thought like what all we could add into it. Like you remember
We had
she
like a
spoke
couple of
about
things.
the education point of
Yeah.
it, and she did that scene. And I said that you know, they used to talk about cities the way they talk about the US now.
That was her point, yes.
You know, and we managed to integrate that in. So there were a lot of
I
things
talked
that
about
we
how my mom used to talk about stalking
back then.
Yeah, and we realized that damn, I'm talking with somebody who's 40 years in difference, but we're talking about the same thing.
Same things.
And that's a horrible thing. It's not something to be happy about. And yet we were able to convey that in a video, and people understood what we're talking about. There was nothing they could deny in it. They'd go sit with their grandmother and mom, they would agree with it. So there was no, you know, backlash for it. There was no possible backlash.
There was no back answer. Or
There was no argument for it.
అంటే ఆల్వేస్ ఇప్పుడు when we talk about progressiveness, people are like, yeah, women progressive అంటే they're going haywire అన్నట్టుగా
They've come
మాట్లాడతారు.
so far. ఇంకేం progressive అవ్వాలి, ఇంకేం empowerment కావాలి అన్నది.
But when you see the so-called like idealist women from that time talking about the same things, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about progressiveness, it brings me back to that question that women from ages they have been in acting, maybe few women were into direction, cinematographers and production and all. What do you think, you know, are we seeing more opportunities for women in all the zones, all the parameters are there?
I think the possibilities have increased. Opportunities will come. It will follow, is what I think. So, like how the producers are coming up, there is still obviously comes from the family or comes from the background. That is there. We'll come to that next. Let's start with
nepotism.
let's come to that next. But for now, let's have women. So if there is one woman somewhere in some town somewhere looking at a DOP working, and it sparks her the idea that, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it too. That's a big start for everybody across, you know, a big larger platform. If there's a girl from Anantapuram who came here and is trying to make it and is making it, there's somebody from another town thinking that, you know, if she can, I can. And that's good, you know, as long as it's a small
There'll be
step
as
forward.
Testimonials for
As long as it's a small step forward, as long as we're moving forward, how much ever little space it might be, we're good. You know?
Good,
And that's how we analyze the
all
feedback
pumps
we
up
get
our energy and
also.
like, yeah, just go ahead and do it.
ఇదేంటి సో లైక్ వీ హ్యావ్ లైక్ అ ఫ్యూ ల్యాక్ subscribers, right? But the comments we get are only a few hundred. So our analysis of it is, for every one person who's saying something on the video, there's about a few other thousands who are not saying anything, but probably share the same opinion and it's impacted them in the same way. So when we see things like this, really inspired me to like think about what I'm doing or check my actions and anappudu we know the extent of the reach.
Right.
But ఎలా ఉంటుంది, మీరు ఇప్పటివరకు వీడియోస్ చేసినప్పుడు there will be obviously negative comments. నెగటివ్ కమెంట్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మీరు కూర్చొని మీ టీమ్ తో మాట్లాడి, అరే ఐ గెస్ ఇది ఇలా వచ్చింది, మనం నెక్స్ట్ టైం చేయకూడదు అని ఇలా ఉంటుందా?
there has been
different kinds of negative comments against. అరే మీరు మేకప్ పెట్టుకోవట్లేదు అని ఒకటి. I know
amount of crap we get about makeup, it's not even funny. Like one fellow says too much makeup, same video, next comment, no makeup. Why you
no
like
makeup?
I'm like, what is it that you want? Tell us. But no, I think we've moved past that. We've come past the point where you read a negative comment and take it personally. So even if like there are like beep 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 beep, you should have done this in this scene, beep, 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 we'll try to take what is constructive. What can make the scene better.
I guess you need to be like super strong for
And
that.
no, your filter develops eventually.
thick
Like
skin
avanni,
vachesstundi
avanni, it sounds like a beep. It won't sound like something they're saying to me anymore. You know, it's just some word. Past that, there is a line which is constructive. I can use that and be better, or I can like ruin my day over the rest of it. So you come to that point eventually. It isn't easy by a long shot. It took us all, like not just us. I'm sure Janvi goes through a lot of that. Mahatalli. I'm sure all of the other women and men, for that matter, they go through a lot of hate. Online internet is a cruel place. But yeah, you just have to make the most of what you have. And also, like our circle, like in Chai Bisket, they're extremely protective, right?
ఫస్ట్ వీడియో రిలీజ్ అయినప్పుడు లైక్ వి వర్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ ఎ కార్ అప్పుడే ఇదైంది పబ్లిష్ అయింది అండ్ దెన్ కార్ లో వెళ్తున్నాం నేను సందీప్ రఘు అండ్ నువ్వు కూడా ఉన్నావు అక్క ఫస్ట్ డే వి వర్ డ్రాపింగ్ యూ అక్కని ఇంటి దగ్గర డ్రాప్ చేసి వెళ్తున్నాం ఆ కార్ లో దే వర్ లైక్ రీడింగ్ కమెంట్స్ నాకంటే ముందు టకటక చూస్తున్నారు సందీప్ వాళ్ళు వీళ్ళందరూ చూస్తున్నారు కమెంట్స్ ఏమైనా నెగిటివ్ వచ్చాయా లేదా అంటే ఫస్ట్ వీడియో అది ఇంపాక్ట్ఫుల్ గా ఉంటాయి కదా లైక్ ఐ షుడెంట్ వెంటనే ఏమైనా నెగిటివ్ వస్తే నేను చూడడం కూడా చూడలేదు పాజిటివ్ ఉన్నవి దే వర్ సేయింగ్ ఇట్ అంటే
outright open to you.
ఇలా వచ్చాయి పాజిటివ్ గా వచ్చాయి ఫస్ట్ వీడియో ఐ వాస్ లైక్
Yeah, so they're very protective about that. With anything that might disturb us for no reason, I think they try to do their part in, you know,
and there are
keeping us
also
clear of
times where like they respond to comments, like certain comments, like we are like, man, it's not worth it, leave it,
but they
they're
get so
like, you know,
personally offended.
that
I'm not
person,
gonna let
and
that
they feel
guy
like
get offended.
no, I have to speak to this person, and
Which is
they
very
take it
sweet.
up.
The gesture, the intention is so sweet that you know you have so much love around you. Why do you focus on the negativity? You don't. You just don't.
That's so nice. When you have so much love around you, why do you focus on it?
Yeah, it's easy. Yes.
But you know, again, talking about online media being cruel, it also gave platform to something called Me Too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Hashtag Me Too.
Yeah.
So being, you know, Me Too is something I'm sure you guys know about Me Too,
Of course.
where you know, women were very vocal about what they have been through. Alanti Me Too paina me opinion enti, being a woman, from like by all which means, coming from any background, your perspective, what is Me Too?
I think it's been much necessary movement over time. And there have been a lot of you know, attention on social media about harassment. Like I said, internet doesn't forget. So if everybody knows what you're talking about, everybody's talking about stuff. So these topics have come up, but now it's brought under an umbrella that is Me Too. So now you know where to go and what to do with it and what is happening behind it. So it's nice to know that there's one specific platform for that. Now the problem is, what I see, this is like completely a personal opinion, that it's not been as active as I would have liked in the Telugu industry. I do not like the fact that a bunch of you know, A-list heroines are coming out and saying there's no such thing. And I deny that. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to agree with it, because me being in the privileged space that is journalism was almost subjected to some stuff like that. And if that is the case, somebody who is completely in the industry, even if they have not been subjected to it, I'm sure would have seen something from afar. So when you have, you cannot outright deny that it does not exist. And that is the blatancy that I cannot accept. You know, so I would like people to be a little more, how can I put it, a little more brave in talking about it. You don't have to like ruin your careers over it. I think what Chinmayi did is beyond brave, to have her entire career fall apart in front of everybody and yet stand up and fight and go on every panel there is, and to be able to live through it is great. I don't think everybody can do it. It's obviously not a very humanly possible thing, but at least don't be so blatant in denying it. You know, at least acknowledge the pain that the others are going through. Right?
You need not stand for somebody, but
Exactly.
at least.
Don't make it look like this many people's struggle is a joke. You know, or that they're just making a big deal out of nothing. Like that robs somebody of
Pain
the
which
courage
they
that they've
I'm
come
very
up with
happy-
to say this.
Yeah, I'm
right?
very happy for your privilege that you haven't been subjected to that. I'm actually
Don't-
genuinely happy, but it does not give you the right to demean or to diminish anybody else's struggle.
You don't know all of these people's stories, so you
Exactly.
can't say that it doesn't exist.
You don't have to have an opinion, it's fine.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't come
Don't
and
be
like,
vocal about it.
yeah, don't smear all over it for no reason. No.
But what was your opinion? నువ్వు విన్నప్పుడు Me Too గురించి అంటే how was it affecting you being a woman?
అంటే యా చెప్పినట్టు యూ కాంట్ లైక్ డినై ఇట్. నాకు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అవ్వలేదు కాబట్టి ఐ నెవర్ థాట్ అబౌట్ ఇట్ సో మచ్ అండ్ యా అంత ఆలోచించలేదు దాని గురించి. బట్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ వేరే వాళ్ళు ఇలా ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నారంటే ఇట్స్ వెరీ పెయిన్ఫుల్. లైక్ అలాంటి పొజిషన్లో మనం ఉంటే వీ కాంట్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. లైక్ దెర్ ఆర్ సమ్ ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ లైక్ ఫ్యూ ఉమెన్ దే కాంట్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. దే ఫర్ ద సర్వైవల్ కోసమైనా కావచ్చు, దేనికోసమైనా కావచ్చు, అది భయపడి వేరే వాళ్ళకి
Like
can't
they
open
have
up.
to speak.
Yeah, they
imagine
want to
ourselves.
scream but they can't do it.
Yeah.
Like
I
చెప్పాలని
think she
ఉంటుంది.
can imagine herself in that situation. It feels
And
so suffocating. Even if you're not there, just to imagine it is so
To
suffocating.
like not even
Like
be
I'm so happy
able to
Harshita is
describe.
imagining just now as you told she's
Yeah.
that pampered kid in the set, but she is trying to imagine అరే అలాంటి వాళ్ళ కోసం maybe some sensitive moments
Yeah, I
like
think
this
real
should
possibilities
be-
should not be completely like dismissed and be flippant about. These are serious things, and nobody should just pass it on as if it was a fad or a trend.
So even if it hasn't happened to you, ఒకసారి అందరం in the face of such a thing ఎలా రియాక్ట్ అవుతాం, ఎవరిని అప్రోచ్ అవ్వాలనేది I think all of us should like think about it.
It's like
so
you know,
that
ఏదైనా
if
అయితే
at all it
100
happens,
కాల్ చేయాలన్న కామన్ సెన్స్ ఎలా
ఎలా
ఉంటుందో we all
ఉంటుందో?
now know this is
Yeah.
what I need to do if I'm put in a
situation like that,
which is nice. It's nice to have a direction now at least, right?
Are you planning to do some videos on
There's
YouTube?
there are a couple of things I did not discuss it with them, but we have been planning for a while. There's something we did called Being Women.
Yes.
Which was not specific to Me Too, but it was during that time.
Okay.
Again, see, there is another thing. It's it's not as relevant to the regular women. We try to stay as close to them as possible. So we're still talking about the same issue. We're not using the hashtag yet. We wanted to. We haven't come there. Haven't gotten there yet because we don't want to be flippant about it. Same.
Yeah.
We don't want to be saying something without knowing the entire depth of it.
Yeah.
We don't want to be creating a scene or like a video based on whatever we know without having like a wider opinion or a wider authority over it. So we try to stay away from it and play safe in what we know rather than just going ahead and saying stuff that might or might not be right,
Correct. That's like giving your perspective maybe on that. But that's really nice, that's a good point which you made for like a lot of crowd out there. నీకు నచ్చింది నేను ఇచ్చేస్తా, but you don't see the impact of it.
Exactly.
What it is.
Exactly.
And that's nice. So right now we like very serious environment has
So
started.
serious,
We'll just
there's a
change the
stillness in
topic.
the air.
Okay.
సో ఇప్పుడు మన దగ్గర ఎప్పుడు కొత్తవి ఏదో వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. ఫస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు 10-year ఛాలెంజ్ వచ్చింది, #10 years #kiki challenge, something. So whenever you get these kind of challenges or something, what do you do?
Oh God.
Or do you like as an individual?
So what I do is
I'm a super
I
hippie
make
person,
these things. I make these things, and I'm like, no, I should probably not post it.
That's her type. That's her type.
That's so natural.
So we will see all of those things. But it won't be online. Yeah, smart girl.
Oh,
It's reserved for her inner circle.
అసలు పట్టించుకోవాలి.
She's very off.
మళ్ళీ ఏదో కొత్తగా వచ్చింది.
జరుగుతుందా? ఓకే, ఏదో వచ్చింది.
కొత్తగా వచ్చింది.
I personally don't subscribe because I'm like, this is too mainstream for me. I'm not gonna do it. And then but ఉంటుంది mind లో కొంచెం I want to see everybody else do it, but I won't.
So these are like inner souls which are talking to you.
Yeah, like
So
that.
effectively, you won't see any of us doing anything.
Her reason different.
But at least internally you will see your 10-year challenges which you
I
did.
don't think you guys saw it. No, I made one picture,
With
but I didn't
Abhishek,
post it. No, I made like one 10-year 2008 and 2018.
Pebble hasn't been
I
coming
didn't
to
show.
office recently.
I didn't show anybody.
Truth, sorry.
Yeah,
Truth bomb.
she's been too busy.
But మీలో మీ ముగ్గురు ఉన్నప్పుడు like was there any point that like as you told you don't compete with anybody, you are yourself, you judge yourself? And
I'll tell you about this. So I'll tell you the origins of this thing, okay? So when you're an audience, no, like when I was only an audience, so I would be like, oh my god, there must be like so much competition in the industry, like what with beauty standards and this being defined as the perfect face and all these people struggling so much to have perfect bodies and faces, oh my god. And so even in this little small bubble of like social content creators and like TikTok people and all of these
TikTok people,
like there are different strata even in this space kada. Whether you make TikToks or like dub smashes or like you have a weekly video channel or a vlog channel or whatever it is. So I was expecting that people will pitch one of us against the other, okay? Like we get constant comparisons to Mahatali and some people say we stole ideas from Superwoman. Like there is so much content online, it's bound to be similar somewhere or the other. Like so
if it doesn't bound, then
for n number of reasons, okay? Like don't think that you're this person, okay? You can't pull it off. No, I wasn't trying to do that. Like we get a lot of that, okay? So this is one level of comparison oriented criticism, okay? This will be like, okay, fine. And then there are those who try to pitch each of us against the other. And I'm like, this is girl formula, guys. We're not gonna fall for this shit.
Like we literally talk about that in every video. We are literally saying
we are not like that. Tear each other down. We are here
whole
to
point is
for
that
each other.
you come to our channel, you come to our video, you comment on us only saying that, thinking that we'll fight against each other.
No, not happening, bro.
I'm like, even on like a superficial level, that is a stupid thing to think, right?
Such silly things.
Yeah, it is quite silly.
రిగార్డింగ్ వీడియోస్ మేమైతే కొన్ని వీడియోస్ షూట్ చేస్తాము అండ్ అవి వెంటనే రిలీజ్ అవ్వవు కదా. ఈ లోపల సమత ఛానల్ సేమ్ కంటెంట్ చేస్తుండొచ్చు, మేమే ముందు చేస్తుంటాం, బట్ దెన్ రిలీజ్ లేట్ అయిపోయేసరికి దే సే దట్ లైక్ we
copied them. It happens with every channel. It's not just us. అందరికి అవుతుంది.
I mean, which channel would say that, okay, let people see that we copied content from this?
We have done
Why
that
would
also.
we do that?
Like also there was one video which we said we blatantly picked up from Girlyappa. The heroes,
that's
heroes were
like we give that idi kada. We say that it's inspired from such and such video and we've made like a Telugu
and it's kind of like a safe place to be in because now you do your comparison. I mean, we've given you the source also, take it.
But I really like this thing which Chai Bisket mentioned, especially Chai Bisket or girl formula or now boy formula. So these people mention that auditions ఉన్నాయి అంటే we are hiring people, మీ dub smash TikTok వీడియో కాకుండా
seriously
మీ like nicely recorded videos పంపియండి అని. So what is it for you guys with dub smash or TikTok?
No big reason. One first rule in acting which I learned, I don't know shit about acting, okay? First thing they told me, don't look into camera, okay? What do you do in dub smash?
You look into camera.
Exactly, into the camera. Now second part of acting is your voice, okay?
Okay.
And that voice is not there. I don't know how you sound. You could sound like fucking Marlon Brando for all I know. What am I going to do with that voice? And I don't know how you're going to say a dialogue. You could be like talking in drone voice. I don't know any of it.
Even Chinmay's voice, oh god.
Exactly, you don't know. So that's basically acting lo 4 aspects until 3 aspects is covering is gone in dub smash. What am I going to do with your one aspect of good looks? We don't even care about that.
Especially.
And also which we can't vouch for because phone low filters and like face shaping apps and all of that, we don't know how you look on actual camera.
Even that is
that's one. Okay, and second thing is like even if we see an audition tape and you're in your comfort zone and you're telling the dialogue kada, doing that on the raw footage file and then going into a dubbing studio and saying it in that silent environment, you need voice training for that. Like okoka dialogue, at least like in our first videos, like I watched Vidya dub and she was like a pro at dubbing by that time. Okay, I was struggling to say my lines. I was repeating each thing like 10-20 times.
You don't hear it, right? You don't see manaki bite unna vallaki ardham avuthundi, okay, she's saying it like this but it should be like this. Near inside you don't understand any of
you can't hear your own voice. You don't know how you're saying it.
You don't know how you're sounding, like you can hear it కానీ నీకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు what is it that I'm saying wrong.
How's your intonation? How is everything
అంటే ఇది కాదు అను అంటారు.
అది వీడియోలో మళ్ళీ ప్లే చేసినప్పుడు యూర్ లైక్, ఓ మై గాడ్, ఇస్ దట్
Shucks, I always feel that. when I'm
Yeah, that's how dubbing.
So it's an entire different ball game. So you have to sound a certain way in your audition in order for us to at least believe that you can, you know, be trained and say the dialogues
It's
later
always
on.
easier to dub for yourself. Like at least you can hear what you're saying, repeat it.
Yeah.
And you know what you were
emotion-
saying.
Emotion will be there.
I know what I did in the take. So I'm gonna do it same here.
Same.
It's easier that way.
And that's nice, you know. Right now, you see lot of students, lot of young crowd out there. They are making their own videos. Ante ee industry loki maybe as an entrepreneur they are coming, maybe as a startup, something like this they are coming. What is your suggestion for them? Ante do you think are meeku oka management undali dan tarvata meeru ee industry ki ravali, lekapothe utti oka vision undi chalu just pull up your socks, take a camera and get into this?
I think I'd go for the second one. Yeah, another thing is, as long as you strategize, it works this way for any industry. As long as you have a proper strategy, you have a proper vision, and you work hard as much as you can, you'll find your way. You'll find your path. I won't say you'll find success because that is different for each person. You'll find you'll grope your way around and all of that. Indulo for some people it worked out so that you went through an agency or you went through an audition or whatever. Like for us it worked out like that because we were a part of Chai
Audition agency.
as in like it could be like through YouTube or,
Okay.
Right, Chai Bisket is also a talent management sort of platform.
So we started off like that. It worked out for us. For somebody else, they've done like
Might
50
work out
auditions.
differently,
Yeah. So this is there's no set path.
Yeah, I think that's the one way in which this industry is so different from the rest, that there's no one path, and that's why there's so much confusion and like so much of
Yeah,
this
and
thing
I think
around it.
a lot of times people think that if it worked out for them in this path,
Why
it's
doesn't
gonna
it
work out for me in the same path.
Yeah.
Which is the problem with a bunch of auditions that we get, because in their head this is all stardom, right? They want to be all that, you know, I want people to come and click selfies with me and all of that, but it's not all that.
Yeah.
The problem is that
The struggle somewhere down would be
forget struggle.
Which you don't want.
Like during the work also, like I could be like, she could be a star, she could be a star. Tomorrow if you have to go to set at 6 o'clock, you have to bloody go to the set at 6 o'clock.
Doesn't matter who you are or like
No 50-member crew is gonna wait for you.
Yeah.
So no, you can't just be a star without having the, you know,
Everything
doing
else
your
in
work.
place, yeah.
You have to be that good. You have to work that hard. You have to have that respect and dignity and integrity. Otherwise, nothing's gonna come to you. That's how it is for any job. You need to put your, you know, all of yourself into it. Yeah.
Also, I think for someone who's just starting out, ante like I'd like to say things worked out a certain way for me because I worked a certain way, and or like she could say her story like I worked this much, so it worked out for me. Ani, having said all of that, I don't think there's any way that you can say do this and it'll work, and, or like keep working hard, it'll happen for you one day. No, because as much as that is great, that's a great philosophy to work by, you have to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And you have to make yourself seen
And
to the
that is-
kind of people you want to work with.
And that's not just externally also. You have to be in the right place at the right time in your
In your mind as
also.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just now told it in, you know, such a way that I got convinced. Em chepte Divya that convince ya.
No, like it's really
I remember you like this.
it's really that important.
Like if there was like
That's
a
absolutely true.
vigraham of you someday.
it'll be like this.
Alright.
Whoa, that's like a bomb conversation, wasn't it?
Heavy, right?
It was heavy.
So
It
heavy.
was like loads of information, loads of SD cards for us.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
You have so
one
much to
last,
pick from.
okay. Now, what is your suggestion for all those young crowd out
Oh
there?
God.
Oh my god.
యువతకు
Give us a
సందేశం.
suggestion.
Yeah.
యువతకు సందేశం ఇవ్వాలి.
యువతకు సందేశం ఇవ్వండి.
Yeah.
చెప్పమ్మా కమన్.
So, Divya.
Yeah, so they all know that I overthink about this like so much. Like if I have to play a tipsy person, I'm going to be like, what message am I sending out? Okay.
You do that?
Yeah.
Wow,
All of us
I'm
do
glad
actually.
Actors do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Not saying that the others don't care, but it's just like, I don't know, like, do I personally want to do that? Like, and
nobody should
there's no such thing as right or wrong, right? You know,
Is it something you want to be associated with, basically?
And as adults, like we all know like what our standpoint is, but for someone who's looking at us like as role models, like I don't know if I can take that responsibility. Like if someone,
And also we have a lot of underage audience.
yeah,
We don't want to give them like wrong ideas.
wrong ideas.
and as much
don't.
as
like
we
there was
say
one video
that,
where, you know, just sneaking out of house, going.
Yeah, all of that is there, but
అంటే జస్ట్ లైక్ హౌ ఇప్పుడు మమ్మల్ని అనే వాళ్ళు చిన్నప్పుడు సినిమాలు చూసి పాడైపోతున్నారు మీరు అని, ప్రాబ్లీ ద నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ వుడ్ బి లైక్ this, you know, like parents can say that, you know, it's no, life is not like a girl from the video and or something like that, you know, you never know. But
for somebody who believes that movies do have an impact, we have to be responsible in what content we create. We should be making sure that what we are doing is not putting out the wrong intentions, and if it does, we at least have to have a disclaimer about it. It's very necessary. I think everybody needs to do it, and yeah, we try to make sure that, you know, nothing bad comes out. Sare manchi raakapothe parledu. As we just hope that there's not somebody taking the wrong message and doing something.
Yeah, we don't endorse anything that
might,
you know,
might influence people the wrong way. So yeah.
And what about you?
We didn't talk about Sandesam only.
Yeah,
Yuvataku Sandesam. You give Ray, you're only Yuvata.
Yuvataki Yuvate.
Yeah, she is the Yuvata of our team.
Hey, you're becoming me now.
Tell something nice, Ra. Come on,
Projected myself like this.
Youth కి ఏం మెసేజ్ ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నావు చెప్పు.
Because you came from that lot, kada. What do you think? అరే ఇది ఇచ్చింటే నాకు బాగుండే సందేశం.
అంటే I just say them what I feel, like if you believe in yourself, like if you know that this is your place, convince your parents or fight with them or do whatever you have to do and be there. అది చేయండి.
So cool.
దాన్ని
That's deep.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of this girl. She's so grown up.
I'm waiting for her to finish, Ray.
Hey,
చెప్పు నాన్న,
చెప్పు కక్కు.
కానీ come on, there is a కానీ.
సో
కానీ
దాన్ని ఏంటి, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ క్లియర్ ఐడియా, నీకు అంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడే చేయండి, కానీ ఓకే లైఫ్ని రిస్క్ చేసి డోంట్, అంటే జస్ట్ ఫర్ ఫన్ చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు నిజంగానే ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు అలా వదిలేసాం, లైక్ ఇలా స్టడీస్ వదిలేసాము, ఇలా అయిపోయింది, నాకు అది ప్యాషన్, నేను వెళ్ళి చూసుకుంటా మళ్ళీ అని చెప్పి చిల్ అవుతారు. మీరు నువ్వు ఫిక్స్ అయితే గో ఫర్ ఇట్, డూ ఇట్, డోంట్ సిట్ అండ్ థింక్ అబౌట్ ఇట్, చెయ్యి.
డూ డోంట్ థింక్ అనింది మా హర్షిత. రేపటి నుంచి ఇట్లా పోస్టర్లు కొడతాం మేము, డూ డోంట్ థింక్ కింద హర్షిత.
#you don't think. Yeah, but that's actually good point.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what I'm so proud of this kid. She's so grown up. I feel old now.
I think everybody needs to have a plan B.
No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. For some people, that is how you survive with a plan B. For some people, unless you don't have another plan B, you won't achieve what you're going.
No, atla
It's different for each person, yeah.
like
person, but
What is your plans
getting
in your
a
life?
no from like if you're looking at multiple opportunities and you're getting no after no, it's not the end of the world.
That is important, yes.
Okay. There's always
have to
something
move
else
on.
that you can do, or some other way that you can get things going for you. It's important to keep your eyes open and sort of like look at the bigger picture.
Yeah. Be a little perspective about things. Be your own critic. It really does help.
Yeah.
As much as it really screws with your brain, but
It's
it
important
really
to find the balance actually.
Yeah. It'll be fine. You'll what I want to tell kids is that it's gonna be okay. Just work your way through stuff.
Don't be afraid.
Nobody knows what they're doing. We all don't know what we are doing. We're all groping our way in the dark.
Yes.
So you guys are cool.
Yes. Don't be afraid to take chances, and don't be afraid to take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, that's
You need
true.
to be a little careful when you take responsibility.
Until you do
For your
something,
action.
when you do something,
Then
you
you're
know
not
that
gonna be
there's gonna be
reckless.
when you do something, you know there's gonna be consequence. You'll be like, oh shit.
Then you'll make wiser decisions.
Yeah, you'll know that okay, I can't just screw around.
And get away.
That's great. So here's that all suggestions from Girl Formula team.
Yuvataku Sandesam.
Yuvataku Sandesam hashtag. So that's it. Thanks a lot. Idi one of my best conversations I've ever had with somebody. I didn't
loved
know
it,
that, you know, we're actually recording this, but it was very natural.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Thank you, Coffee with Chai, for inviting us.
అయితే మమ్మల్ని మేము మా టీమ్ లో ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసుకోలేం కాబట్టి మాకు ఆపర్చునిటీ ఇచ్చినందుకు థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ రుద్విక అండ్ టీమ్ కాఫీ అండ్ చాయ్ కప్. అయితే
ఎప్పుడు చెప్పినట్టే లైక్,
షేర్, కామెంట్
అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు
కాఫీ అండ్ చాయ్ కప్.
Just imagine the trouble you have to go through at home just to collect your room key you forgot at a relative house. Or if you forgot office documents for a meeting and your office is in other part of town. Just like that. If you need something to be delivered but don't want to waste your time on it, we at Brings provide you with solution to such problems. Brings is a pick and drop service application designed to deliver your packages at the destination of your choice. We ensure safety and timely delivery, and we deliver everything that matters to you, be it college papers, groceries, gifts, legal documents, clothing accessories, etc. You can also track the parcel's delivery status through your handset. Download the app from Play Store or App Store today. Brings. We deliver anything to everything.